Hey everyone, Ryan Johnston, founder and executive director of Cast Hope. Today we're going to talk about the heart and the inspiration of the organization, of how Cast Hope came to be. It's one of the biggest questions I get. It's like, why did you decide to start Cast Hope? Why did you decide to start working with kids? Well, the story starts at Bidwell Presbyterian Church in Chico, California. One Sunday, our pastor was talking about using your personal gifts to change your local community. I left that Sunday and was really challenged. What was I doing to make an impact on Chico? What was I doing to make an impact in Northern California? How was my life positively impacting my local communities? At the time, I'd been guiding for many years, and I always had a passion for youth. So I decided I was going to mix the two and give back to Chico and give back to kids who were struggling in life. The first trip we did was a kid whose parents were going through a divorce. He was dealing with that separation of the family as his parents tried to figure out this new phase in their life. The second trip was a kid who was battling cancer and working through his own health situation. Eventually, 6 months later, I had this junior high kid come out with his uncle. Sadly, the junior high kid had lost his father the year before, and his uncle was stepping in to be that male role model in his life. Nobody can replace the loss of a parent. That's too big of a hole. It's so much trauma, so much pain that the kid has to deal with. But the uncle was still trying to make an effort to step in and be a male role model and a mentor for this kid. I had this kid and uncle out on the lower Sacramento River, and we were fly fishing for trout. The kid was in the front of the drift boat, and his uncle was in the back of the drift boat, and I was sitting in between them. The kid landed his second fish. He turned around to his uncle, and he goes, "This is the coolest thing I have ever done. I want to start fly fishing with you. I want to go buy a fly rod. I want this to become our thing." I was sitting in between them, getting to observe this incredible joy. This kid was just reflecting with pride. He was so happy. And in that moment, I just had this huge God moment, and I heard, you need to do this more than once a month. I had to step up. I had to take something that I was doing personally and make it to a larger scale. So working with friends, some consultants, a couple professors, we created the idea of what Cast Hope could be. A year later, Cast Hope would come to fruition, and we would start taking out kids all over Northern California. And now fast forward 15 years later, we have Cast Hope in 5 regions. California, Nevada, Idaho, and Montana, and 1,000 kids are all going to go fishing. And it all took place because of one simple idea of giving back to kids who are struggling in life. So that's the short story. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a great week. We'll see you guys next time.